morning, y'all. It is October 29th, and it is a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday morning. A little bit overcast, but not super cold out, even though I have my down jacket on. I just like the extra warmth. It feels good in the morning. I don't really need it. I'm going to take it off when I'm done talking to y'all. But let's see, last night was wonderful. That camp spot, I would say there was a couple there when I got there, and then these two guys who were just section hikers who just started yesterday, and they're just hiking to Harper's Ferry. They came in later, and then there was this older lady and younger girl hiking. They had AT tags, so I'm assuming they're through hikers, probably maybe flip-floppers finishing at Harper's Ferry. I've never seen them before, but it's funny because the mom asked me if I was Hawk. And honestly, I've had probably like 6 or 7 people ask me if I'm Hawk, which is funny because, I mean, me and Craig don't really look nothing alike. But anyways, speaking of Hawk, I'm sure he's going to pass me any time now on this trail today. I'm thinking about that. So what else? Oh yeah, so it's this cold front. I'm assuming it's a cold front because the weather after it looks pretty brutal. Looks really, really cold. Oh, I'm gonna hike for a little bit. Just keep walking. And so it looks like it's supposed to rain 1.5 inches Thursday and start Wednesday night. And the weather behind it looks super frigid. So, man, you know me. You know I'm looking at a way to duck that out. Right now it's either stop early in Harper's Ferry, and there's a hostel there, or hike, I think it's only like 6 or 7 more miles to the 12 Tribes farm, organic farm, and stay there. Both of them got really good ratings on gut hooks. Organic farm, I stopped in 2016, and I liked it a lot. It was pretty cool. I don't know. A lot of people say they're a cult, but I mean, everything's a cult, right? I mean, to me, you want to know, like, one of the biggest cults is college football. Man, the way people get into their teams, and it's almost cult-like. It is cult-like. So it's so funny when people are like, oh, they're a cult. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's culty that's not called out. I don't know, it's weird. Like I said, there's so much hypocrisy in the world, and I'm guilty of it just as much as anyone else. But on a lighter note, a more positive note, will you? I think today is going to be an amazing day, and I'm looking forward to it. And I am going to keep on hiking southbound, and I will get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all, so I am at the Washington Monument. As you can see behind me, this is the original OG Washington Monument. It was built in 1827, almost 60 years before the famous one you see now in Washington, D.C. And I know that because I just read it on Gut Hooks. Oh man. I knew about it, but I just didn't know the actual dates. So I looked it up on Gut Hooks just for y'all so you can get a little info. I'm sure hundreds of people have talked about this. But as you can see behind me, there's a school group here. Last time, 2016, when I came up here, there was a school group here too. And like they're all waiting in line to go to the top, and they only let them go in small groups. So of course I am not going to wait up here and wait for them to finish. So I am not going to the top again, but no big deal. I'm sure the view is not much different. But last time in 2016, like the teachers asked me if I would talk to them about through hiking a little bit. So I talked to them for maybe like 10 minutes. They all sat around, asked me a bunch of questions. And it was fun. Like I said, I worked at a school for so many years. I'm used to working around kids. And those are definitely kids. But anyways, I think I've had enough fun up here. It's pretty chilly. I think I'm going to walk back down to the AT. Probably take a break down here just because for some reason, once I got up there, I started getting a headache. I don't know why, but I started getting a headache. All right, I'll talk to y'all in a minute. Hello y'all. So it is about 1:30 and I am making really good time. I think I've hiked 14 miles so far. The place I want to camp at is like right before the Guy Harvey shelter. Now there's no water there, and the Guy Harvey shelter is 0.2 north of that, but their spring at Guy Harvey shelter is 0.4 downhill and then back up. And it's one of those springs that's kind of dry. There is a shelter coming up after I go down this climb, and it's a quarter mile off the trail. They say the spring is like on the side trail to the AT. So I might check that out. Now, there's a place, it's like it's a park, and it's like, oh man, I can't remember, called Gas Empty Tomb. It was a tomb built that was never used, and it's part of a park. And if you read gut hooks, it all says there's water and bathrooms, and that sounds awesome. Now I could get water there, fill up, and carry maybe, I think it probably would be like 2 miles, maybe 2.5 miles, and just carry it to that camp spot. But here's the thing, that backpackers camp spot I was at, the bathrooms were closed and the water was turned off. So I don't know if it's like that there. When I was at the state park at the Washington Monument State Park, the water was running there. So in this other park that I'm talking about, I think is a state park. So hopefully the water's running there. I'm crossing my fingers. If not, then I'm probably going to have to go to that Guy Harvey shelter and hope there's water there. Because, yeah, and the only other place from that is when I go hike all the way down, and I'll be in Harper's Ferry. And there's no water except for that big old river, which I don't want to drink out of. I remember in 2016, though, the Tow Canal, that flat part you walk on, I remember there were camping sites there. So, I don't know, a few options. It is early, too. But, like I said, you can see it's overcast. The sun hasn't really ever come out today, which is keeping it pretty cool out. So I wouldn't mind getting to camp around 4 and getting to bed early tonight. That's kind of what I did yesterday. I ended up going to sleep about 8 o'clock and woke up at 6 this morning. It was pretty nice. But man, look at that view. I don't know if you can see it. You can see the footage that I showed earlier. That's one of the nicest views I've seen in a while. It's really nice. Very impressive. I guess that's probably maybe Virginia, West Virginia. Not really sure. But yeah, so I ended up getting accosted by all those kids, that school group, and they met me down at the bottom when I was getting water, and they were all asking me tons of questions, but they were all like pretty smart questions. Sometimes kids, man, to me, sometimes they ask smarter questions than adults, in my opinion. Like they were asking all sensible questions like, how do I sleep? How do I get my water? None of them asked me where I used to rest. Hey y'all, so I made it to the Ed Garvey shelter. I was planning on going to this camp spot that I camped at in 2016 that's like 0.2 north of this, but I followed this trail that I thought was that spot, and it's all ingrown. You can tell there's a fire ring there, but it hasn't been used forever. It's weird because that spot was really like, it had this really huge fire ring, and it had all these like rock seats built around it. I mean, it was like super developed, looked like some place that locals went all the time, and it's gone now. It's all overgrown. It's only been 3 years. It's crazy, man, how I guess no one camped there, and nature just reclaimed it. It's weird, man. 3 years. I mean, it's gone. Like, you can't even, it doesn't look nothing like the spot. I mean, and in 2016, that spot that I was going to camp out was one of my favorite spots on this trail because it was just so cool looking. And now it's nothing. Nuts. But check this out. This is an upstairs loft at the Ed Garvey shelter. And no one's here right now. It's like 4:45, pretty late. Usually people are here by now. The spring here, it supposedly is 0.4 all the way down, and it's supposedly dry. But I bet you it's flowing now because most of the springs have been flowing. So maybe that's why no one showed up. I'm not really sure. The only problem with it is there's a branch that keeps scratching against the aluminum roof, and it makes this like sound. But I'm sure I'll be able to deal with that. This loft's pretty cool, man. I think I'm just gonna set up here and not even do my tent, just sleep up here, and hopefully no one will join me. And yeah, so pretty cool, man. I will get back with y'all. All right, y'all. This is my home for the night, up in the loft at the Ed Garvey shelter. Here's some pictures, and I'm thinking like that old dude is Ed Garvey because he's in all these pictures. Like they're well, you can't really see him that good. But he's in all those pictures, so I think that's him. And so, check it out. There's this doorway. And then, this is how you get up here. This ladder. So you have kind of your own little balcony if you're up here by yourself, like I am. So I'm drying off some of my clothes. Nice view. See, there is a door. And so you can shut this door, keep out the draft. I might do that tonight. And look, a window. And then walking back in, and there's like an AT sign right there. It's pretty cool. Nice window. And then that's the picnic table. And then down below is enough room. Let's see if I can get it down there. Oh yeah, I can a little bit. That's enough room for other people to lay down. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Got this place to myself so far. I don't see a lot of people showing up, considering the time. Maybe some stragglers will show up, but they probably won't come up here since there's plenty of room down there and there's places to tent. So, yeah, it'd be weird if they did, but people do weird stuff all the time. So I'm never surprised. But anyways, man, that is a nice view though. I bet you during the summer there's absolutely no view, but you can see a little bit because the trees are thinned out. But I am going to sit right there, edit my video, and then I'm probably not going to eat up here. I'll probably go down there and eat, and then I'll come back up and finish editing my video, and I will get back with y'all. All right. Barbecue salmon and Cheeto soft taco. Man, it never gets old. This is, to me, this is the best trail food going for me. And it's cold. I did get my stove. Oh, by the way, too, I should have told all of y'all, I did get all my winter gear. I have like 2 more little things to pick up, but I mean, I'll totally survive and stay warm with what I have. But yeah, when I was in Waynesboro, my wife sent me all my winter gear, and she sent me my stove and X-Pot. I actually had to buy a new one. And if y'all don't know what an X-Pot is, it's one of those collapsible pots, but got silicone but I love it. It's pretty light, but I don't know. There's lighter pots, but it's pretty big, and so I can drink a ton of that carnation and coffee. And if I want like 2 ramens, I can cook those like that. But I got that, but I don't have a fuel canister. I'm gonna get one in Harper's Ferry. So I have a stove, a pot, I'll have a canister, and I have my winter gear. That's why my pack's been a little bit heavier. But you know, I knew that was gonna happen. Everything's reverse on this hike. In 2016, my northbound, my pack was really heavy. Then it got a little bit lighter during the summer. And the reason I say that is because I started carrying so much food just like I do now that it really wasn't that much lighter than it was in the beginning. Because in the beginning of a through hike, you don't eat near as much, but when you start nearing like that second month, your appetite just doubles. So like, say you're a backpacker and you've done section hikes, the food you would take out on, say, a 3-day hike, you would take 6 days of food, because you eat twice as much as you do normally. And it's true. It's just insane. Through hiker hunger is just crazy. It's crazy. And you can actually feel your body as you eat it and swallow it, and it goes in your stomach. You can feel your body using it, going, okay, I'll take some of that, I'll take that. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But I don't know where I was going with this. But anyways, it's getting late, and I was going to end the video for today because all I'm going to do is eat. I edited some of the video, but I still have to edit some more. And it's starting to get dark. Still no one has showed up. I'm by myself. Pretty cool. I think I have like 3 miles, maybe 4 miles, but I think maybe just 4 miles. And I'll be in Harper's Ferry, which means I'll be in West Virginia, out of Maryland. And yeah, that'll be awesome. Then I could have probably made it today, but I want to get my picture taken at the ATC place, headquarters, whatever it is. They take your picture, you know, they put it in the book. And so I definitely want to do that. I don't even know what time they open in the morning, so I might have to wait around. And then tomorrow I'm going to see where I can hike to duck out that storm that's coming Wednesday night, all day Thursday. And it's going to be cold rain. The temps are dropping big time. And they're predicting, like I said, the biggest amount of rain, like 1.5 inches. So it looks pretty gnarly. That cold rain on you all day, no thank you. Yeah, so today was awesome. Saw the OG Washington Monument. Love that. Talked to the kids. You know, I do this for the kids. It's for the kids. And what else did I do? Oh, I hiked, I think it's 20.1 miles. So pretty good, man. I'll take that. That was a good day. And I filmed like crazy today. So yeah, really productive day. Awesome. I felt really, really good today. Strong, upbeat, positive. And it's weird because it was overcast and kind of like dreary today. But I don't know. I just felt great today. So yeah, hopefully I'll get a good night's sleep tonight. Hiking to Harper's Ferry tomorrow. Be awesome. And I will talk with y'all in the morning. All right.